Hey guys, giving a quick update to this Les Paul project that I've been putting off for like 4 months. Also a Telecaster project, which will be in another video. But anyway, here's what we got. So here it is. I got the neck fitted the way I wanted to. This is right at 24 3/4. I kind of eyeballed it, which was really stupid. I mean, didn't think that I'd be lucky enough for that to work, and I actually was. So don't do it that way. But as you can see, I cut this a little smaller than I really should have. There's a bigger gap than I like. I'm not sure what I was measuring when I scored that line to cut it, but there you have it. Kind of good, bad, and the ugly. I mean, it fits. It's not glued. It fits just fine. The chisels, I don't know if they were dull or if I just am awful at using chisels. But you can see my hand got a little crooked there, and I got a crooked line. And then over here, I actually turned out pretty clean overall. Down the bottom, I've got to clean up that a little bit with the chisel as well. This one, I can loosen. This is actually really tight. It's actually gouging into the wood on the neck a little bit. But I will end up having to use some wood filler on that bottom. That's just the way it's going to be. Up here, turned out really good. There's a little bit of a gap right there, but I can kind of cut that line a little bit deeper, balance that out, and it'll be really good. The neck holds in pretty tightly just on its own. Not too tight, so I'm not going to lose all my glue, but tight enough. I've got to clean out the cavity a little bit more, just make a nice good, whatever it's called, glue joint. But overall, neck is straight. I've got hardware ordered. The bridge I already have is going to be a Guitar Fetish actually makes a raw brass bridge that I was going to use on this, but I'm actually going to use a Resomax, Graphtec Resomax on this one because of kind of some of the shoddy work down here, and there's already some filler right there, as well as an inclusion here that goes through the bottom little knot, and then also one on the neck. This is going to end up being a painted guitar, or at least something more opaque than kind of your standard clear coat. There's a sanding sealer on it already, and I'm going to sand a lot of that off. So it'll have a little bit of a wood grain feel to it, but it's not going to be translucent like I would typically do. That's actually what this body's for right here. So this one is this body's actually in a lot better shape, and so will be good. The body itself, I figure, is probably sanded down to probably 200 grit. I mean, it's fairly smooth until you get to like the horns right here need to be cleaned up. Otherwise, when it get paint on there, it's just going to be a rough, nasty mess. I'll probably take it, I don't know, it's been a while since I sanded down a guitar. I might take it down to 800 grit, maybe a little bit more. Probably doesn't need it. The neck's in actually really good shape. There's a few little spots on the back over here that just need kind of cleaned out just from getting banged around, like right there. You can probably even see it in the video. There's just some roughness on the neck there. And then other than that, though, I thought about changing the headstock shape to not Gibson. I don't like doing direct copies of Gibson or Fender or anything like that, but at the same time, I'm really bad at figuring out headstock designs. I've never found one that I actually like, so I will probably leave this one the same and just make sure people know it's not a real Gibson. Truthfully, they'll be able to look at it and tell. As far as hardware, I'm going to obviously do a pick guard to cover that. I bought this, I think I bought it on eBay for just a few dollars, without thinking that Les Paul Jr. typically means a single cut. It does not fit. I originally thought maybe I could mod it, but then it'd be sitting back too far in order to cover the neck cavity or the neck pocket. So I'm gonna have to get a new one or make one. I've got a couple sheets of this tortoiseshell looking stuff somewhere, so we'll see what I can get with that. So that's where I'm at with this project. It's almost ready to glue up. I'm gonna sand down kind of these inside areas before I take and glue it up. Next is this old Telecaster project. Sorry, leaning all over the place like an idiot. I started this body. Oh goodness, I built this. It's probably been 8 years. That's not an exaggeration. I built it. I was actually really excited about it, and then just kind of stopped. It's been sitting in my basement and or garage. It's made it through a move across the state. What actually happened is when I was routing the neck pocket, my template slipped, and I put a big gouge right across through here, and I just got really pissed off, so I stopped, and I almost threw it away. Anyway, then I cleaned up the neck pocket. It's looser than I like. If you look, I'm not sure if you can see it. It's nice and tight over there if you get it lined up. But there is a gap right there. I'll probably wedge. I think I have a piece of koa and a piece of mahogany laying around, and I'll probably take and kind of clean that up and then reroute this hole here. Then again, I may do nothing. I may just leave it the same. But I just ordered some, I think they're called Wiggins. They're wood pickups, and I got walnut to go with this because I've got, I don't know where it is, but somewhere I have a cavity cover that is walnut as well. And so I'm going to do that. As far as bridge, I like Wilkinson. They're adjustable bar Telecaster bridges that I can adjust the saddles. I've got that on another Telecaster. I'll probably end up using that. The neck is mahogany neck with rosewood clay colored inlays and really small frets. I've never actually made or even really played many guitars with frets this small, so I'm kind of excited to see how it plays. I typically play with kind of your Gibson sized frets, your just medium Gibson ones. Again, I copied the headstock on this one. It's clearly a Telecaster headstock. I still need to drill the holes on the back here. This is the first guitar I ever built with the truss rod at the heel, which makes me a little nervous because I actually hate working on them, but I don't know, I felt like doing it. At the time I was way into Sir guitars, and that's how he does a lot of his, I think pretty much all of them, so I did it that way. Anyway, but here it is. So these are the two projects I'm working on. This is just going to get true oil. I've got to sand it. I think I took this to 800. It's really smooth, but just in sitting around, I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. There's a gouge right there, but I think I could swell that out, sand it down again. The body, just from sitting around, has just got little nicks and dings all over it, so it just needs to be cleaned up a bit, and once I get it all cleaned up, it'll actually be a nice little guitar. I'm really excited. Those Wiggins pickups, all the videos I've heard about them are pretty freaking sweet. So this is where we're at. I'll post updates as this one comes along as well. I'm not sure, just looking for some ideas here about whether I should put pick guards or just do like walnut pickup rings. I think obviously wouldn't use this, but I actually think this kind of tortoiseshell looks really good against the koa, but I mean, of course it would cover up a lot. I'm probably going to get walnut knobs. It's just going to be a very wood looking guitar is what I've decided to do with this one. So there's my updates on these two projects. This one again being practically ancient in terms of projects, but needs done. So pretty excited now that I've finally decided what I'm going to do. Open to suggestions, comments, ideas, criticisms, whatever you got. Thanks, guys.